Last year I was introduced to an extraordinary Somalian woman called Asha Hagi Elmi. She's the creator of Save Somali Women and Children organization and of a sixth clan. And that is actually the first party to represent women in Somalia. And it's made up of women representatives. She wasn't able to get in any of the other clans' existing political structures, so she had to create her own. She's very courageous. 2 of her colleagues have been killed, and she still campaigns for a future for her country and for women and children. When we met her, my wife and I asked her how we might be able to help, and the first thing she said was that we need access to the internet. We thought it was going to be sort of food, shelter, practical things, but that was seen as the most practical, the most critical. And also she wanted to create the first internet cafe, cyber cafe for women in Mogadishu, because they were not at that time allowed. Only men were allowed in internet cafes. So access to knowledge and access to all that the internet can deliver was seen as really critical. I think in Africa it's absolutely vital that we support all these moves to, one, push the internet access out as far as it can go, with cell phones that can have access to internet, and then make sure that there's a wonderful resource of software and content that is freely available to start or to assist the natural blossoming, flourishing development of businesses around the internet that is happening in Africa and all over the developing world, as much really as it is in our world. And people are determined, hungry, and amazingly able and smart, and they just need to be given access. There is an extraordinary man who's been leading the campaign in the world for digital freedom, and I think it's wonderful you're celebrating his work at the Digital Freedom Expo. He created the Creative Commons, which has tried to sort of open up copyrights. He's not against creators earning income from their creations, but wants to make sure that there is really good access, especially to software, but to all forms of content for everyone. And I think as a content creator, I'm very comfortable, particularly having heard him talk, and I think what he's doing is really quite inspiring. He's also created or pioneered some of the concept of free culture. He's on the board of the Electronic Frontier Foundation. It's right and proper that you are honoring his work here at the Digital Freedom Expo. Please give an extraordinary welcome to an extraordinary man. This is Lawrence Lessig.